Good DTKB everyone. Let me introduce myself first. I am Rian L. Garcia and I am the leader of Group 2. In this video, we will discuss the types of boundary. But first, let's find out what is plate boundary. So what is plate boundary? Plate boundary is a three-dimensional surface of a zone across which there is a significant change in the velocity, speed or direction of a motion of one lithospheric plate relative to the adjacent of lithospheric plate. There are three types of plate boundary, and these are convergent, divergent, and transform fault boundary. And now, let us discuss the convergent boundary with Raylene Macabeo.
Convergent plate boundary, a collision of two plates by moving toward each other, forming narrow deep trenches. It creates rock volume reduction known as compression stress.
And now, we will discuss divergent plate boundary with Francine Cagatin.
Divergent boundary or diverging plate boundaries, a location where the two plates are moving away from each other, spreading ridges, basing range, and forming rift valleys or lowland region. It creates rock stretching known as tension stress.
So we have one more type of plate boundaries to discuss, and this is transform fault boundaries with Carissa Tariao.
Transform boundary. Transform fault plate boundaries. When two plates slide or grind with each other by moving in different direction, rock deform due to shear stress.
Ang transform fault plate boundary ay ang pagkikiskisa ng Pacific Plate at ng North American Plate na nagreresulta sa San Andres Fault.
Now, we're done discussing the three types of boundaries, and there are some questions that we need to answer. And Mr. Tumilap and Mr. Pineda will help us to answer those.
What do you think will happen if there's a building constructed above the divergent boundary? Constructing a building directly above divergent tectonic boundary where two tectonic plates are moving apart is generally not advisable due to the potential risks involved like earthquakes, volcanic activities, urine subsidence, fissures, and cracks. To reduce these risks, extensive geological and structural assessment would be necessary and construction would need to meet strict building codes and standards. Nevertheless, it is generally safer to avoid building directly above active divergent boundaries and select more stable location for construction.
Now we have three questions here that we need to answer. The first one is, how does volcanic island arc form in this type of convergence? The answer is, when two oceanic plates collide against each other, the older or the denser will subduct beneath the other plate, initiating volcanic activity in a manner similar to that which occurs at an oceanic continental convergent plate boundary and forming a volcanic island arc. Now, let's proceed to the second question. The second question is, why oceanic crust is subducted into another oceanic crust? As I said before, when two oceanic crusts converge, the older or the denser will end up sinking beneath the younger or the less dense plate. And that is why they are subducting. Now, let's proceed to the third question. The third question is, what geological processes will occur when the oceanic crust and continental crust collides with each other? So the answer is, there will be a subduction happening when oceanic and other plate boundaries collide to each other. And after that, there will be a volcanic eruption because there is a presence of subduction and also earthquake, and there is a possibility of a tsunami.